What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Dark Knight's Metal number 4 review and breakdown. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated if you did enjoy this video. And well, I had no idea that Dark Knight's Metal number 4 was actually out today. I walked into my local comic shop and then I saw it there standing or sitting or kind of there existing on the shelves, and I was really surprised that this was actually out, because I completely forgot the release dates for this, and I was glad that I've actually reserved it. But it is insane. So there's one of the criticisms I've had with the prequels, the kind of the preludes to this, the Forge and the casting, and also the first few issues, is the fact that the whole thing of Metal, the whole Metal event, has actually really set up quite a lot of questions, and it's really kind of had more questions than answers. It's introduced a whole new concept within DC Comics, an entire new multiverse, which, to be honest, is no mean feat, and it's been done really well. It's been introduced really well. It's just, you know, we want questions about what's going on with the 3 Jokers, which, to be honest, we won't get. That will be in Doomsday Clock, and we want more kind of DC Rebirth answers, which this isn't going to answer. And really, it feels like a really weird event, especially with the last few issues overlapping with Doomsday Clock, which is really weird that they have 2 events now going on concurrently. Completely odd. And another criticism I would say is the fact that you have got to really read all of the tie-ins to get a good indicator of what's going on, especially Batman Lost, which introduced a hell of a lot more to this kind of event than most of the other kind of sing within the actual event. And you've got the numerous tie-ins of all the Dark Knights as well, the all kind of the Wonder Woman Superman, the Aquaman Superman, all this kind of thing, and it's a huge thing, which it's massive, all of this information. Now, I have enjoyed it, like I said, and well, one of the biggest things in the whole thing which I wanted answered was the fact that we had Dreams, obviously from the Sandman franchise, introduced, coming smashing into this continuity, and we've had a hell of a lot of characters reintroduced. We have, of course, had the Red Tornado mentioned. We've had as well Plastic Man, his location has been revealed, and we've also had kind of more stuff with Mr. Terrific, and we introduce a hell of a lot more stuff in this comic, and it definitely seems like they're having a hell of a lot of fun with the continuity before something changes. And we know at the end of Doomsday Clock that everything will change, and there will be a huge time jump, a la the kind of 52 storyline, which was really jarring, so hopefully it's done better here. But this issue was fun. It was full of what I wanted, and this was answers. We had answers to the formation of the Dark Multiverse. So settle down. If you didn't understand what it was, I had to reread it a couple of times. But essentially, it turns out that the Dark Multiverse that we've seen, and we've seen the death of each one of these Dark Multiverse worlds in the Dark Knight spin-offs and tie-ins. So we've seen, obviously, the Red Death, we've seen Murder Machine, we've even seen the cyborg version of Batman as well. And in these single issues, we actually saw their world die. They tried to save the world. And what it turns out is that we have, obviously, the antimatter, we have the matter, and now the dark matter multiverse. So each one of these multiverses, within our kind of main multiverse, is actually created in the dark matter universe in the world Forge. And the Forger creates these worlds, and then the most stable ones are sent to the orrery, where they are sent to be in the multiverse. So then we have the world creations. However, what happens to the unstable ones? Well, they are actually completely and utterly destroyed, which is what we've actually seen in these tie-ins. This is why these Red Death's worlds are destroyed, because they are unstable and they're not fit for purpose, which means they are done and destroyed. But Barbatos has got involved here, and he has killed the Forger. So I don't know if it's a he or a she, but this being Barbatos has destroyed the Forger and turn this World's Forge into a place of darkness. And this World's Forge is now no longer able to function. And what happens is that there are no more destructions of these worlds, and there are no new worlds created. So we have unstable ones within the Ori, or possibly the Multiverse as well. And well, it's not looking good whatsoever. However, Batman and Superman have now been saved by Dreams, so they can actually now kind of they've gone to the library where this is all revealed. And the last metal that they actually need is a metal deep within the World's Forge, which is defended by Carter Hall, who is now an agent of Barbatos. He has become what he was most fearing, and well, it's not looking good because this is he need, and well, they need this kind of 10th metal, I guess you could call it. The 10th metal is kind of the casting part. It gets a bit iffy, but they need a very, very potent form of the 9th metal, as it's called. I guess that's what they were going to be calling it anyway, the 9th metal. But this was a really, really good issue. I really, really did enjoy this. It was a lot of fun, and the whole event has been absolutely crazy. It's gone balls to the wall. We had the return of Starro. We also had Onimar Sin, who's been revealed as the leader, kind of the king now of Thanagar. So he's taken over his enemies and things like that, and he's taken all the nth metal for himself that was on Thanagar. So it's been a really, really fun issue. I highly recommend picking it up, and I'm glad that they are now finally actually combining all of these stories together and giving us some answers to real solid answers to the origins of this. And it turns out that these worlds, that if they all thought together, and a lot of people kind of think the same dark thing, these then become real and in the kind of be proper worlds. So big things here. But that is it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments of this. Are you excited for the next issue? And are you excited for Doomsday Clock next week? So that is it for this video. See you soon, and goodbye.